Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I had someone request that I do a video on this recent drama that popped off between Loni Love from the talk show TheReal and this girl Shan Boodram, who goes by Shan Booty on Instagram and YouTube, and she is like a relationship and sex therapist. She also wrote a book. So she says that she is like an intimacy educator and she teaches people how to be more competent and confident with their sexuality. So Loni has been getting some heat because recently on the show they had a segment dedicated to Shan where they talks about her work, and Loni made some remarks in reference to her race and called her white and said that some of the things that she was doing was her white side coming out. So I will quickly play a clip of this so you guys can check it out for yourself.
To get people to be able to find love and to start dating. So you guys, she will even go as far as to like secretly watch you while you're on your date. Oh, she'll have cue cards to tell you what to say. She might even give you a makeover before you go on this date so you look your cutest. Yeah, so that she highlights their best attributes. So
white people. I tell you, white
she's
people.
Not white. She's not white. She's not white. She's mixed.
She's half white. That's white.
Mixed and
That's
black.
white. That's white.
Okay, hold on. Before we do this, wait. Stop. This is a friend of mine. She's mad cool. She's actually on my
I didn't say that she was a bad person.
She's not white.
Let me check you right there.
No,
I didn't say she was a bad
Honey,
person.
she's not white.
I said that
you just said that she was white.
She ain't all the way black, is she?
Since when did the percentage make you?
She's biracial.
Which
just means she's part white, and I believe that's part of her whiteness coming out because black people ain't going on no dang tell us something. Here, hold this.
She has a really big following. That's actually how I found her on Instagram.
You guys, that's great. Ain't nobody saying that. What I'm saying is, this girl right here is biracial.
Yeah.
Okay? She's part black and she's part white. Okay? There are some aspects that I know are her white aspects. There are some aspects that are her black aspects. And I have a right to say, I feel like this person is the white aspect is coming out when you taking them on a date, holding a car and telling them, say this.
I think she's just helping them out, Loni.
Don't at me.
So upon hearing this, guys, I'm not going to lie, it was a little cringeworthy. Now, I don't believe that Loni said this with any type of malicious intent. And I think it's worth noting that she is with a white man. I don't think it's like she hates white people or anything like that. But she did sound kind of ignorant, first by calling her white when this girl Shan is, one, she's not white. And then she called her biracial, which second, she's not even biracial. She's actually multiracial. Her mother is biracial and she is from the islands of Dominica. So her mom's dad, I think she said was Scottish or Irish, and I believe the mom was black. And then her father is Indo-Guyanese. So he's from the country of Guyana, but is of Indian descent. So I think that she was trying to be funny by saying, oh, this is her white side, because, black people wouldn't be doing nothing like this and going on dates with you, holding up cards. But unfortunately, her joke fell flat and people did not find it very funny. And if you look at the other hosts, they were all kind of like awkward looking. So I'll now play you guys a clip of Shan's response to Loni, and then I'll finish up with my final thoughts.
I had actually not even seen what they said about me at all. And in full disclosure, I know a producer on TheReal who actually gave me a heads up a few days prior that said, you're going to be talked about on Friday's episode. And the way that it was worded already let me know that it wasn't going to be in like the most shiniest of context. So I wasn't completely blindsided, but admittedly, you still have a hope that it's not going to be what it was. And when I woke up Friday morning, because I guess TheReal airs very, very early. I only watch it on YouTube. I watch it on the internet. So I didn't realize by the time that I got up at 9, I would have already gotten so many DMs of the clips, so many ads. Like, it was just so overwhelming to wake up and be like, this person said some awful things about you and you should know. And so my reaction there was in reaction to just wow, that really sucks. And the entire time that the host was explaining what I do, another host had this like look of disgust, like as if poo was on her upper lip. So clearly has not researched me, does not know me, maybe has never heard of me, or perhaps she has heard of me, but again, it's only been the news bites and she's formed an opinion, completely her right, but hasn't looked into anything else about me. And then she says, that's her white side, or that's that white stuff. And everybody else in the panel chimes in and is like, she's not white. And then she's like, let me see her picture. Oh, she's biracial. She's not black for sure. A moment that I've been dreaming about for so long was tainted by criticism and tainted by the usual BS. But once again, as I just prefaced, I have to also accept that BS is a part of the ramifications of the approach that I have taken through my work. And I feel one with Black women and with Black people especially, but I also acknowledge that I don't have the Black experience. And so there's always going to be this kind of confusing back and forth of like, where do I fit in? How do I show my enthusiasm and the community I feel without overshadowing the experiences that actually represent the community? And that is something I'm not going to figure out in, a year or two, and it will take me quite some time. And it's a journey that I probably only actively started maybe 3 to 4 years ago. So I don't know where that comment was even coming from, if she got the impression that I was touting myself as the Black dating doctor, or why that would come up, but those are questions you should really ask yourself. Those are honest questions you should probably take this as an opportunity to examine deeper into. And even if I was half Black, half white, and that was my white side jumping out, why is that an insult or something negative to discredit or to tear down my right to have an opportunity to be amplified on that platform?
So in the aftermath of all this, you had people on the one side that immediately classified Loni as a stereotypical, jealous, dark-skinned, overweight woman hating on the light-skinned girl. And then you had people on the other end that were hating on Shan, saying that, she hates dark-skinned women and she's trying to use her light-skinned tears to garner sympathy. Now, Shan did make a second follow-up video, which is actually the clip that I'm playing here in the background. And she did make a good observation, which was, if you go back and look at the clip from TheReal where Loni is talking, she made that whole, that's some white people stuff prior to even seeing Shan's picture. So in Loni's defense, you could say that she technically was not being colorist because she didn't even know what Shan looked like yet. However, it doesn't excuse the fact that it came off as distasteful. And, we're living in a day and age where you can't make race jokes the way people used to be able to do back in the day. And I will also say that men get more of a pass when it comes to doing the race jokes than women do, especially Black women. And unfortunately, because Loni is a dark-skinned, bigger girl, she's automatically going to get labeled as the bad guy. They're going to look at her as being jealous and coming for the light-skinned woman. And I think that's something that she needed to be a little more self-aware of. I think this whole situation just highlights the fact that we're living in a time where everyone is so hypersensitive to colorism and racism that the littlest remark automatically turns into this whole, colorism thing. It turns into a whole light skin versus dark skin thing. And, I've been watching a few other videos on this topic and looking through the comments. That's all I see. It's, light skinned women versus dark skinned women. Or, I've heard a lot of dialogue about, I guess a lot of Black women were actually coming for Loni and defending Shan. And, I saw comments from some Black women saying Black women are always caping for the light-skinned, multiracial girls. And they were mad at Loni for saying that she was white instead of Black, because Black women want Shan to be Black because they want Shan's Blackness and acceptance to somehow trickle back to them. Like, it's just a hot mess. But even still, whether you're trying to put her in the black box or put her in the white box, my thing is, why? Why try to put her in any box when this girl is literally a mixture of different cultures and ethnicities? And that is the problem, that people want to fit people into boxes so bad. Y'all can say this girl is black all you want, but at the end of the day, society does not view her as a black woman. There is a difference between how racially ambiguous women like Shan are viewed versus unambiguously looking black women like Loni, and that's just the truth of the situation. Now, I know there's going to be some that say, well, white people, they still look at everybody the same. Doesn't matter how light you are, doesn't matter how mixed you are, whatever. I mean, that's debatable. I understand from a larger societal perspective, mixed people have also been grouped in right along with black people. But the truth is, there is a difference in how they're viewed. And that's, I don't think anybody can deny. Now, if I'm being totally honest, I really didn't think Lonnie's remarks were that big of a deal. Again, I think she was trying to be funny, but it just didn't come out right and it made her look bad. But I understand where Shan was coming from also because, this was her moment to shine. She finally got her name out on this huge platform. And instead of focusing on her work and her service, it turned into just talking about her race. So I can understand why she felt disappointed from that aspect. So to sum this all up, guys, I'm still not entirely sure how I really feel about this. Like, maybe it's just my own sense of humor or my own understanding of things and me just thinking certain things are just not that big a deal. But I mean, I do think there was a little bit of overreacting going on. A little bit from Shan and also from just like the general public. And I do think Loni should have been more careful with her choice of words. But with all that aside, I want to open the discussion up to you guys and get you all's opinions. How do you guys feel about this situation? So let me know all your thoughts and opinions down below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.